Hello and welcome to Country Music Social Media Sessions, and I'm very excited to finally get Steve Bonham back on there. We haven't spoken for a while, and it's lovely to have you back. And we managed to get a Zoom interview after having a struggle last week. So thank you for coming along again to speak to me. How are you?
I'm very good, Helena, and delighted to see you again. Yeah, yeah. And
And
I'm seeing your music's doing well.
oh,
Great.
yes,
So,
very much. Yeah, and we'll be talking about yours very soon because new single, new album, fantastic stuff, which we'll come to in a minute. You've been with us at Country Music Social Media quite a while now, haven't you? You're one of the older ones that have been with us quite a few years.
yeah, yeah, and that's yeah. It's probably as we were just saying, how fast does time fly? But yes, yes, I had definitely my darker hair when we started. I'm sure of that. So,
See, Steve's been with us a very, very long time, and it's great to have you as a long-time supporter of Country Music Social Media. And we're obviously a long-term supporter of you as well. So we have a new album, Hard Country, and Sally and Blue Flames is the single coming from that. And I absolutely adore this music. It's like you've really stripped it back and gone to the origins of country music, really brought back some storytelling, and every song you write has quite a story in it anyway. You're very good at creating and painting a picture when you listen to your music. So tell us about Sally and Bloom Flames because it's amazing and the cover's great as well.
oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a whole mythology, isn't there? There's a mythology that you can't write a love song when you're past the great age of 21. That love and romance only happens to fresh faced people in their early late teens and things. And I love the idea. There's a great old film that you probably don't remember it. You're far too young yourself. There's a old film called Robin and Marian, which was Sean Connery and Audrey Hepburn, which is all about Robin Hood later in his life and Maid Marian and their relationship. And so I wanted to write a film about. Want to write a song about that. And the whole idea that relationships can matter and go on long after the uh, the bloom of youth has maybe faded somewhat. And the other thing was years ago in I think it was in Rock and Reel magazine. Somebody reviewed something I'd done and said it was a 3.5 minute. It was a Technicolor movie in a 3.5 minute song, and like it really stuck with me that that's a great challenge to set yourself. So I wanted to write a song about this old gunslinger, this old outlaw um, has his girlfriend Sally, who has a very particular relationship. She does not take any nonsense, but she does love him. And the old outlaws, this outlaw's being hunted down by a bounty hunter called the Old Crow, and it's quite an old song. I think I wrote it probably 5, 6 years ago now.
Really?
And it was one of the ones where I suddenly thought, I'm really hearing this music in my inside now. You
Yeah.
know, there's a bit where you're writing songs. I know you write great songs where it feels on the outside of you. You're reaching towards something in your head. But
Yes.
this song, yeah, it just came out. It was very unconsidered, even though it's quite lyrical.
It is very lyrical, and I don't know about you, but I find the older you get, the more you have to write about. Personally, you have more.
I totally agree. I think we put labels on all our music, don't we? But in the essence, it's all folk music. It's all storytelling,
It is storytelling.
and it's all comes out of just things around us, and the things that you can always tell a song that's been what's the word? A song that's it's stretching too far. It's not genuine. The writer is saying those things because that makes people listen rather than he or she actually cares. I
Yeah,
like to think stuff. The great thing about country music is,
it's
at
very.
its best, is stuff you care about. Yeah.
It is, and you have a great ability to be able to create and paint that picture in people's heads when you listen to your sound. So, Hard Country is the album.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a bit of a it was a bit of a way of bundling up a whole bunch of stuff that me and Kev and Chris had been doing over 3 years, which is, and I think probably the last time we spoke, which was a long time ago, we had this kind of ambition was to go back to the stuff that lay behind country music. You know what prompted country music? Because uh, I'd start with there and write these songs which came out and literally experiences of being off grid in the states. People places like Appalachia and New Mexico, and finding Billy the Kid's grave and being lost in the woods with a load of bears for a few days and those sorts of things. And it was project was to kind of take the raw ingredients of country music and that whole stuff from the southern states and just put them together again in our own way. And I guess we finished off with an album called American Wilderness Odyssey.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And we did a tour and a couple of tours and then, but there were songs which should have been part of the Odyssey, which were written somewhere else. So
Yeah.
hard country was like that part of our musical life. We put them on, and we got a couple of things we'd done in the studio. There's a song that I wrote with Kev called "Ain't Gonna Fake It," which is done really well. Actually, we thought, well, that was a one-off. Let's stick that on there. So it's the idea of country music reimagined, if you like, if that's not
No,
too
I like that idea. Yes, absolutely. Is Hard Country and the single out now can people buy it?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's downloadable and on Spotify. We've not done a CD of it. We have done an album of it, an LP, and we're just collecting orders, and we'll probably press that later in September. So if you want to go on board and
Yes, please do. Anyone's watching this, this will go out this week. Do download the album and contact Steve on. You've got a website, you're on social media, Steve Bonham and The Long Road. Steve,
thelongroadband.net, thelongroadband.net.
longroadband.net. So have you got plans to tour this album?
I got loads of gigs coming up at the moment.
Where are you playing?
We're doing a lot of stuff. Chris and I mean, as many people listening to this who are in bands themselves know, taking a band on the road is really expensive. So, and as Kev lives in Spain, we have to kind of work up to that, which hopefully we'll do next year.
Yeah.
But Chris and I have got we've got a duo that doesn't sound like a duo now because Chris seems to be able to play 3 instruments at once.
Oh.
And we've got gigs all over the place. A lot of them in the libraries, actually, because of my book writing. Libraries have really got interested in what we're doing. And then we've got what's rural touring gigs? I don't know. So in a village near you, you might see American Wilderness Odyssey with Chris and I.
Oh, we'll look out for that. Now you've just mentioned that you're writing. So are you an author as well?
Yes, yeah, that's kind of the other bit of my life, really. Yeah, I tend to write books. Well, I've just been finished doing a lot of work with a children's book called The Spirit Dog, which was based on a dog that adopted me as I walked from the top of the Atlas Mountains into the Sahara Desert.
Oh.
And that very strange and rather lovely story of this big Labrador that literally adopted us at 3,500 meters and saw us all the way to Sahara Desert. So that's going really nicely. And I was playing in a bookshop actually on Saturday on that.
Oh, okay. So physical copies.
Sorry?
Physical copies of books, not on a Kindle or.
Yeah, you can get it's on Amazon and.
Oh, amazing!
Hopefully, usual bookshops. You probably have to persuade a bookshop to get it, but or you can order it from me and I'll send you a copy.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. And it's under your name, so it's actually you write under Steve Bonham.
Steve Bonham, yeah. The Spirit Dog.
I know some of who are listening to this will be avid readers as well. So it's very interesting.
Well,
So,
dog lovers love it. Dog lovers. It's actually a children's book, but I'm amazed how many adults reading it.
everybody loves a book about a good dog. That's why I say.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with a dog story.
People like with dogs. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, we'll look out for that. So if you want to catch Steve Bonham live, you can look on thelongroad.net, and obviously you update your socials quite regularly anyway, don't you? And you're on Spotify, iTunes, and all the normal download platforms.
All the normal joints you can find us. Yeah,
fantastic. So after this video, we are going to play Sally and Blue Flames at the end. So do download it, guys, because it is fantastic. Steve is a massively brilliant writer, and obviously a novelist as well. Who knew? Who knew that he was an author as well? So it's absolutely wonderful to speak to you today, Steve.
Thank you, Helena. Thank you. And I must say just quickly, because I think country music is a great cottage industry, and I mean this program's a good example of that. And this video is put together by our Kev in the band, so it just shows let's all keep hand making our stuff.
It does, because it's very fiddly doing video. So yes, all shout out to Kev as well, because I know what it's like having to put them together. Thank you so much, Steve. You have a wonderful day, and we'll speak to you.
And you, Helen. Lovely to talk to you.
Do you take care? Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Sally and Blue Flames there, flirting with the guys and singing them bad old songs. It all went wrong, I take myself way back there, through the rough swing doors where they spit on the floor. You keep your boots on and fetch, make a pillow for your head, then she takes you dancing to the rhythm of the long and lonesome night. Of the lonesome night. Deep in the canyon, where the bones of the old ones lie, where the fiery river flows and the moonshine calls a name. Up in the air, the old crow sees it all. He's a mean old bird, he's forgotten every word of the promises I broke, which all went up in smoke when I took my chance of running way out across the borderline. Way out across the borderline. Oh Sally, these dreams are growing old. Oh Sally, my freedom has been sold. Out in the rain, looking for redemption on that southbound train, but I lie in chains. I lie in chains. Sally and Blue Flames there. She's a handsome girl, by the lines across her face. One thing I know, she won't talk of me no more. But sometimes in the night when she turns out the light, I hope she can recall in the days before the fall, when she took me dancing through the rhythm of the long and lonesome night.